Well, good afternoon, everyone. About 5:30 here on Wednesday, the 16th of March. The whole world waiting on the Fed in about a half an hour's time. Market expects a quarter point hike. Let's see what happens. Some very good news out of China today, some very accommodating words, and S&P has got its second big day up. And up 47 points at this stage after a very, very good day yesterday. We're seeing on the VectorVest color guard in the US, the first green we've seen in a heck of a long time. Short-term trend up, but all the longer-term measures of the trend still down. So let's have a look at the VectorVest composite itself. And I've loaded the medium-term market timing signal that I'm going to use to tell me when it's safe to stick my toes into this market again. And we're getting there. Is market falling, making falling tops, making a double bottom down here nearly. But you can see the momentum indicator showing some fairly strong bullish normal divergence over about 6 weeks. So we, in fact, just need a close above this moving average and this thing to get up above zero, and we'll have one of these signals. Invariably, a DEW signal after a strong sell-off, which is preceded by a mega oversold situation, which we have on the VectorVest metrics, and a divergence between the price of a composite and the oscillator. That's a high probability signal. So let's see what Mr. Powell has to say in his rhetoric. I think that comes out at about 6:30 UK time. So I haven't really done anything. I took profits last Friday in CF, glad to say. This is a shipping stock. I spoke about it last week, and it's had a great run out of that spring formation, and as you can see, that's resistance. Came back once, goes up, comes back, runs as stops, creates liquidity, and then moves up. And clearly Zim has moved up exceptionally well, so that sector doing exceptionally well. One stock that I want to look at today, maybe a bit more detail, is a uranium stock. Now, the fundamentals on VectorVest are not great, although it's gone from losing money to making money. The VectorVest valuation is still much lower, and the safety and the predictability of the earnings is far from perfect. Nevertheless, it's traded, this is a weekly chart, folks, and as you can see, there's resistance and come back once, twice, and very interestingly, somebody wants this because it broke, or as Mr. Wyckoff used to say, it jumped across the creek on big volume, and there was supply here, came back again, and as you can see, it did its best to get up here, big volume, did its best to get up on big volume, and for the last 2 or 3 weeks it's been moving up in very strong volume. I think that certainly could be called a cup. And that cup has been running now for about 3 months, and it's on a buy recommendation on VectorVest. I think if it breaks above that high, this will have legs. If you have a look now, you can see that over the last few years, this is the sell-off in uranium, and I think myself that this uranium cycle, from a macro point of view, is just getting started. So I see a great deal of upside in that, and this stock technically, although is agreeing with that prognosis. So I think that this break above that level into new territory, and this can go an awful long way. So getting very close now, I believe, to a buy signal in the UK market. Pretty much the same thing. The short term, haven't got any green yet, but the short term trend is up, underlying trend is down, and I haven't done anything. I'm reasonably pleased with a couple of shares that I've got. CCC has had a very good day yesterday with great earnings, and McFarlane, great earnings as well. I've got Pan African Resources, and that is pulling back with the gold price. The gold price could pull back probably to about 1890 in this, but it would seem to have broken and is coming back and testing a long-term trend line. I go through this and much more in my weekly market review, which is on a Monday afternoon, 1:30. So anybody that wants an invite for that, you just got to give me a shout, david.paul@vectorvest.com. But it'll soon be time to stick our toes back into this market in a meaningful way. I'm starting to get very bullish. I could be completely wrong. I'm still sitting on hands waiting for the signal. Certainly old Vlad Putin could kick my prognosis firmly into touch. But over the last nearly 40 years at this now, I've done my best to try and be very optimistic when everybody else is slitting their wrists, and that stood me in very good stead for a heck of a long time. So I won't be doing anything different this time around. So I hope that helped a little bit, folks. Let's just sit in hands for a few more days until we get our signals. I think the non-linearity of returns is something that gets people in this business. The returns come like London taxis, folks. You can't get one and then all of a sudden 6 comes at once. Same with markets. As soon as they start to turn up now, we're going to have so much opportunity, we won't know what to do with it. So let's just stay calm and wait. We do an awful lot of waiting in this line of work. Thanks very much.